Should I be on a break? Yeah. Am I on a break? Yes. Am I breaking out of my break? Yes. Hi. welcome back to my channel. My name is Ayo and I talk about books, K-dramas and everything in between. So if you enjoy that, please stay a while. Okay. So what are we doing? I'm actually on a break. I took a break on Friday. Today is Wednesday. You would not be seeing this until next week. So technically, I'm still on a break for you, but I'm breaking out of my break. So why? I'm heartbroken. Whatever, whatever. You know what? I can never stick to anything. So actually, what happened was that it's a very lovely day. I'll show you. Also, I have a matcha. It's an iced vanilla matcha. Yeah, iced vanilla matcha. Mm, very good. I recommend. I like it. I don't like coffee. I don't drink coffee. And I saw all the girls drinking matcha, so I decided to try it. And do I like it? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Oh, I like sweet things. I like sweet things. I don't know what to tell you. Anyways, why are we here? I haven't been reading. That's why I took a break. And creatively, I wasn't doing well. But I had a breakthrough, which I'm going to tell you in the video before this one. So expect that. But what are we doing today? It's a reading vlog. It's a very lovely day in Ireland. Sun is shining, everything is beautiful, and I'm glad for it. But what are we doing? So there are some highly anticipated releases in romance that everybody's talking about, and you know what? I want to read them because one thing about me, I have FOMO. Okay, I like to know what everybody knows, and if I read the back and it seems nice, I'm gonna do it. So we are starting with Promise Me Sunshine by Carabastone. All of this I'll read on my e-reader. Actually, this is a Kobo Libra color. Tell me if you would like a review. So I bought this, I think, in October or November 2024. I've been using it for a while now. So I think I could give you a review if you are interested. You know, if you're interested in user experience. I'm not a tech girl, but I could tell you what I think about it because, yeah, you know what. So why am I reading Promise Me Sunshine? So Cara Stone, I actually know of her from Audible. So I have an Audible subscription and I used to listen to these short audiobooks and it was usually written by Cara Stone. They're funny, but they had depth and I enjoyed them. Last year she had a debut novel, Ready or Not, which I wasn't interested in reading. One thing about me, I have to tell you, I have FOMO, yes, but I will not read anything I don't want to read. Look, even when I was in school, I was that girl that was. We got assigned reading, and I was like, I don't care about this book, so I wouldn't read it. I'll just ask my class. I'll just ask my friends, tell me what you read. Okay, I just I will not be forcing myself to read a book. Okay, books have entertainment value, which I'll be telling you in my video before this one, something about that. Anyway, so I thought, oh, I really like her, but I wasn't interested in that story, so I never read it. And this year, she has promised me Sunshine, which sounds interesting. So the premise is basically a lady who lost her best friend, and so she's grieving and trying to navigate that. Number one, and then she meets this guy while in a babysitting gig, and they fall in love. That's the plot. Okay, yeah. Basically, I'm 17% through, and I would like to finish it today. Today's Wednesday, and I'll also like to read. What other books are we reading? I'll also like to read Say You Remember Me by Abby Menace. One thing about my girl Abby Menace, I'll tell you when I get to a point. And number three is Emily Henry's Great Big Beautiful Life. So those are the three books that I'll be reading. Anticipated releases. I actually want to read You Between Us, and Swept Away, but I will not be talking about them in this vlog. Those are the three that we'll be reading in this vlog, and yeah. Am I talking too much? Yes, but anyway, that is what I want to do today, and yeah. That no, not today. Let's through this week, but also I eat once a day, and I'm about to make my meal. So come with me while I make my meal and drink my matcha. Okay, I hope you enjoy. See you in the next clip. It's been ages, but I just finished cooking. Okay, I just really wanted to. Yeah, you saw my food. Yeah, I showed some clips of the food, and yeah, that's a Nigerian dish. It's just sauce and rice, nothing special. But it took me the whole day. It's now 4, and I started this 2:30. Okay, let's talk about Promise Me Sunshine. So, what a story! I am really enjoying it. So the character development, no, the relationship development between Miles and Lenny. So her name is Lenny. His name is Miles. And okay, the theme of grief is so heavy in here, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna run through the whole thing. But there is something that hit me a little bit when I just read. She's talking to him about a best friend that passed away, and I suppose because I'm feeling that today, it's hitting me a bit more. So she's telling him about a friend and some of the things that they do together. I don't want to give spoilers, so I won't tell you exactly what. But yeah, so and for me today, I'm not well. I'm never doing good, but that's not it. I got something happened to me, and usually I was just thinking, okay, so there's this quote I know. I'm not sure you might have heard of it. You know, one thing about grief, it's not just that you're grieving the person, you're grieving the language that you only spoke with that person. And in this, Lenny is grieving the language that she only spoke with Lou, her best friend. And I'm thinking of getting bad news and the language that I only spoke with my dad. Because, yeah, I got bad news. And yes, I could talk to my mom, I could talk to my brother, and they could comfort me. But, like, there's something about what my dad would have said and what he would have translated to me that would have comforted me, if you get what I mean. But he's not here to do that. And yeah, I found myself walking down the street and crying. So, anyways, but we've made some progress. Sometimes 3% in, we're going. I was reading as I was cooking. So, yeah, when the sauce was boiling, I was trying to get my reading in. And yeah, I'm gonna continue. I really like it. And I think that is very great development of grief. And of course, we're also learning a little bit more about Miles because Miles apparently has also gone through it. So they have an exchange where he's trying to help her and she's trying to help him with getting to know his family a little bit better because the kid she's babysitting is the uncle. So yeah, pretty much that's what's happening. I'll definitely come back for more, but you might not see me until maybe I finish because I want to have a new style and we'll see how that goes. I just really wanted to tell you that now that I finished cooking, and I'll see you in the next clip. Did I start this vlog in on Wednesday? Yes. Is this Tuesday? Yeah. Yeah, the next week. Yes, it is. It is. I'm so sorry. I said I was gonna finish it that day. I lied because I'm still reading this. But I'm here to give you an update. 71% in to Promise Me Sunshine, and oh my goodness, Miles! Lenny is falling in love with Miles, and I am also falling in love with Miles. Okay, Miles can do no wrong. He can do no wrong. Carabaston knows what she's doing in this book, and whoa, whoa. My problem is that I think I'm in a reading slump. Every time I pick up the book, I love it. But every time I take a break to check my phone or something, I never go back. And that's what I've been doing for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And now it's Tuesday, but I'm determined to finish it today. I have 1 hour to go. I've been reading every day, but I've just been reading a couple of chapters. But the reason why I picked this up is because I'm giddy. I'm so giddy. Oh, he just said, okay, no spoilers, but Miles said, Lenny, I'll do anything you ask me to. Guys, 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 that is the yeah. I'm here to tell you that that's my weakness. I love a man that'll do anything for me. Yes, I love a man that's obsessed with me. Yes, yes, yes. And Miles, Miles is that. Yeah, 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 yeah. The plot is plotting because the plot. I think I told you the plot. I'll tell you all of this when I'm doing my review, but I just really wanted to gush about how wonderful Lenny is and their relationship. I love not Lenny, Miles. How wonderful Miles is. But I think that we're also seeing Lenny grow. And, obviously, we're supposed to be going through grief with her. And oh my goodness, I think that's also another reason why I'm having a hard time because it's so real. Oh my goodness, I have so many bookmarks. I think this is about the most bookmarks I've done on ebook because usually if I do book I tend to do that with classics or literary fiction, but this is a romance novel and bookmarks. I am bookmarking left, right, center. The writing is good. I love what Cara is doing here. I love the character work that she's done with both Lenny and Miles. I love the side characters. I'm in love with the book. I think it's a great book. I don't know what to tell you. It's very hard for her to do anything wrong now because I'm 72% in and look, I don't know what to tell you. I'm in love. I'm in love. So I'm just getting out of bed. If you're like, you look crazy. Yes. Yeah. And what time is it? It's 2:49. Yeah. Yeah. I've been in my bed reading, editing my video just went up. I was editing all morning. And yeah, because I was doing a comeback. I've been on a break. I told you guys, but this reading blog has to get up this week. It might not, but I'm open to do three videos this week, but don't hold me to it. Don't hold me to that. We'll see if I do that or not. But I just wanted to gush. I love it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next clip. He's a gentleman. Oh, Miles is such a gentleman, guys. I love him. I love him so much. Did I already film all this before in the afternoon? Yes. I was just checking my footage and apparently the audio wasn't good. There was something wrong with the mic and it kept scratching there's this screeching noise, and now I have to do it all over again. Anyways, let's analyze Promise Me Sunshine. I have my notes here, and yeah, I might be looking down to tell you. So, analysis. Let's start with plot and pacing. But first, I'll tell you the plot. I think I told you the plot, but I said I'll say it again. So, it's about a woman who just lost her best friend and is going through the worst time of her life. And she's in the thick of grief. She's very, what's the word? Mm, she's distraught. She's in denial. She's losing her mind, really, basically. She's sleeping on the bus. She's not going home. She's not, she's very depressed. She's not taking care of herself. She's not doing anything for herself. And, she's just self destructing, really. And she got a babysitting gig. So she's a babysitter. And she got a babysitting gig with this single mother and a daughter who happens to have a brother. She and the brother have an encounter. She doesn't really like him. He doesn't really like her. Turns out they misunderstood each other. He thought that she was a bit crazy, only to find out that, oh, she's grieving. So he wants to help her, and he says, let's exchange. You can help me get to have a better relationship with my sister and her daughter and my niece, because he's a bit grumpy. He doesn't have a good relationship with his sister and his niece, and he would like to. And because she is an easy going, happy-go-lucky person who they adore. Which, why do they adore her the first time they meet her? I don't know. But she's easy to like, and he says, okay, I'll help you if you help me. I'll help you get through this grief. You need someone holding your hand through this grief. And that's the plot. Why does Miles do this? I really don't know. Her name is Lenny and his name is Miles. What is his motivation for doing this? We don't know. We just don't know. But yeah, he chooses to do this. And yeah, I like the plot. And so let's talk about it. I think it's a bit slow. It's a bit slow and steady if you ask me. It's almost like nothing happens, but everything happens. So it's unconventional. It doesn't go through the beats we're used to. Not like it's not there. It's still there, really, if you look for it. But it's not dramatic. Nothing big happens. The only big things are the stages of grief that she goes through. Basically, Lenny's grief takes center stage, and the book is divided into three parts. The three parts are about the grief. So, after the grief, in the middle of the grief, after again, acceptance. So, denial, guilt, acceptance. Basically, that's it. And so we watch Lenny with through Miles help go through this very devastating loss. And the romance really takes a backseat to that. Really, I think this book is really about grief. That's it. And I read a couple of reviews where people said it was boring and they found it too slow, nothing happening. I can get that, but I didn't really feel like that. I felt like my own problem with this was that I felt that it was all too easy with the romance, which I can't believe I'm saying that because I love my romance easy. Okay, if you know me, if you've read Nadanga Abbey, easiest Jane Austen romance. If you've read Soulmate Equation, very easy romance. I like my romance very easy. I don't like any conflict in my romance. But yeah, I felt like it was a bit too much. Yeah, because I was just like, is it always this easy? Even with those things that are easy, I mean, it's a little too easy, a little too convenient. Also, how they met, when he meets her on the sidewalk. No spoilers, but I thought that was a bit convenient. Yeah, I think there were some things that happened just for the convenience of the plot, and that was okay. I think it was good plot and pacing because that's a good plot. That's something that we don't That's something we don't really see in romance. And yeah, so that was really well done. I no, I didn't dislike it. I didn't dislike it. I thought it was a good plot and good pacing. So let's go to number two, character development. So Lenny obviously is going through this journey, and we are meeting her at probably the worst time we could probably meet her. I mean, we still see glimpses of her personality. She actually reminds me of the female main character in the Paradise Problem, whose name I can never remember, and I'll put it on screen when I check. When I editing me will do that. But yeah, I don't, I think she was like that quirky, a little bit. Yeah, some people said they found her annoying. I didn't really find her annoying. I was just like, oh, she's quirky, a little honest, a little too honest maybe. Sometimes, saying everything that comes to your head. Yeah, I did find a couple of things. I was like, okay, girl, what is wrong with you? But I can excuse it. Like I said, grief. If you're grieving, there's just so much going on in your life that it's not normal. And I'm looking at it as we're meeting her at this very, very difficult period in our life where we are not meeting our best self, and that's okay. Yeah, but did she develop? Yes, I feel like at the end we are seeing her getting out of it, even though she's not completely out of it, because you're never really completely out of your grief. And yeah, that did eat me. I had a lot of instances where I had to take breaks. Like I said, I read this book in what, 2 weeks, when usually I should have finished it in maybe 2 days. But yeah, it took me a while. It was a lot for me, but I think it's also because it sort of parallels my life, and I'm not at the acceptance stage. So that was very difficult for me, but I really enjoyed it. I'm going to see. And also, okay, character development, we'll talk about Miles also has his own character development, a bit subtle, and I thought that was really well done, because he's also grieving, even though it seems like it's taking a while, like it's been a while and he's over it. But no, it's almost like they help each other, and in helping her, is helping himself. This book really, really reminds me of the K drama Dr. Slump, and Dr. Slump is about these two doctors who used to be childhood rivals, and they meet again at the worst period of their life, and they're in a slump, and then they become friends, and they help each other, and they fall in love. And oh, do they have a wonderful romance? A lot of people don't like Dr. Slump, but that's his own thing. But I thought, when I think of Miles and Lenny, I think of that dynamic between those two, and I thought, yeah, that was really well done. And yeah, I really like the character development. I think that it was really well done, and by the end, there's a significant uh decision that she makes that helps us to see her accepting grief and actually progressing, making progress, because the Lenny that we meet at the beginning wouldn't have done that. And I thought that was subtle but really well done. Now let's talk about the themes. Grief. Okay, so much grief, so much grief. But okay, so this is where I'll read a couple of quotes. I'll read quotes and tell you some of the stuff. So I remember it says, grief, it is not like any other emotion. It is utterly discombobulating among many other things. Yes, yes, yes. It is. It just eats you, and you cannot explain it. You cannot. Yeah, yeah. Oh, before I go on, I forgot to say that Miles's character is very different from Lenny. So where Lenny is quirky, funny, easy, meets people, very fun. Miles is matter of fact, grumpy, less inclined to talk to people, a little almost rude, brusque. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and he's like that. And I found it endearing. Actually, I really, really love Miles. I had instances where I wrote in my notes, Lenny is falling in love with Miles, and I am falling in love with Miles. Okay, Miles is my favorite person in this book. Lenny, I can take her or leave her, but Miles, yes. So, so I think of, so we're back to the themes of grief, and yes, I really enjoyed that part of Miles's character because I am also like that. I am also very matter of fact, less sentimental, less interested in being quirky and talking to people. I don't really think that when people meet me, they think. I think when people meet me, they're like, "What?" And like, I don't know, she's weird. But so I think of Miles as that, and I think I related to him in that way. But anyways, theme of grief, and I think it was the theme of grief really is intertwined with the plot and with the pacing of the story, and it's pretty much it takes over the whole thing in a way that it almost feels. I can understand why people might say if you pick this up as a romance book, you might be like, okay, I don't like it because why is there so much grief? Okay, but that is real. I think that's the story it's telling, and it's important that in romance that we allow people to do that. I applaud Kara for taking the risk of telling this kind of story in a almost very fun happy-go-lucky genre, because romance really is always about fun things. It's about love and happiness. But yeah, I mean, if you're going through the worst thing in your life, it's okay to fall in love too, you know. Call me Mouse. I need my mouse, okay? Where is he? But anyways, so yeah, and then when she says, Miles, how does anyone do this? And he replies, a little at a time. Oh, I thought that was really good. And okay, so this one really hit me. There was a point where she says, I almost feel a little bit good. I hate it. And I love this part because this is so true. This is what I mean. I think one of the things you cannot divorce yourself from how you feel about a book. Because I'm grieving, I think I resonated a lot more with this book. I don't know if I could have liked it a little less if I wasn't grieving. But anyway, I really, really love that quote because it's so true. There's this guilt about the first time you feel a little bit good. You know, it's like something is burning inside you. The first time it happened to me, I couldn't believe that I'm not wallowing, you know. I'm like, this is horrible. And it just set me back, you know, a little bit more. And I felt absolutely devastated that I was feeling better, you know, because it's like out there I feel better, you know. So I really related to Lenny in that way. And when she said, I had one person on this earth who would have died for me, and I would have died for her if possible, but it wasn't possible. There was nothing I could do. There's this powerlessness that comes with grief, this sadness, depression, yeah, and okay, whew, just a lot. But let's talk about that. Moving straight to mental health, there's a lot of talk of depression, of not wanting to go on, which is obviously linked to grief. And I love this quote where she said, I think when you're depressed, sometimes it's easy to think that everyone is depressed. But right this very second, there are billions of people having happy moments. I kind of forgot about those people. I thought I knew how everything worked and that all of it was terrible. Yeah, when you're depressed, you are so in your own mind, in your own feelings, in your own emotions, that you don't see what anybody else is going through. And it's almost like, how dare they be happy, how dare the world be moving on when I'm not. But it's not about you, you know. And I love that she put that into words, that Kara was able to put that into words. um and when it says, okay, I love this quote from Miles. Look, with this kind of pain, you can't hold it in or hide it or swerve it. The only way out is through. And isn't that so true? One of my aunt was telling me, you just have to feel it. You know, if you want to cry, cry. If you want to scream, scream. If you want to run, run, walk. do it, but you just have to go through it. There's nothing you can do about it. It has to be experienced. One thing about grief, well, famous John John Green quotes: pain demands to be felt. You have to feel it. Just have to. So okay. Um okay, I love this thing too. A little bit related to the mental health and the grief theme is that, okay, so out of context, but it says people in sweatshirts who come to collect us when we sleep in public. She was talking about Miles. I thought that was very poignant because in this scene, she's doing something she shouldn't, and Miles comes to look for her. And I thought that was very important, an important thing to say, an important thing to note, that it's so true that when you are dealing with this unimaginable loss, it's easy to forget that there are other people. And it wasn't just Miles, it was her mom, it was her dad. So she lost her best friend, but she still had other friends, she still had her parents. And you almost forget that other people still love you. And I think that was very important, that there are all this, there's still so much love, that so it's important that we don't forget that. And okay, and another theme, of course, is love. And yeah, I love how natural their romance is. It's very natural. They went from strangers to friends to lovers. I thought that was really well done, and that is my favorite trope. Okay, strangers to friends to lovers is will always do it for me. Always, 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 always. And Miles is just so sweet. I love it. I love it. I'm obsessed with a man. I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know what to tell you, but I love my men obsessed with me. If you're on this channel, you should know this. Okay, I love my men obsessed with me, and Miles is obsessed with her, and I love it. I love when he said, I love when he said, "I'll do anything you ask, Lenny." I was like, okay, yeah, 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 of course, I need that, yeah. So I love the romance. I love the slow burn. I think some people complain that it is too slow burn, but like I said, she's grieving. You don't expect her to just jump in to this romance and this happy thing that is happening outside of her. I think. Yeah, I think it was realistic. And I love how refreshingly honest Lenny is, that we don't dwell too much on the, oh, we're friends. How can I just say I love him? Blah, blah, blah. I love that the inner conflict doesn't take too long. I really, really loved that part. Even though the conflict of this story really has nothing to do with the romance. I really enjoyed that. And of course, there's also a strong theme of friendship and family. And I love that Miles pushes her to make other friends. I love that she learns to call her parents, call her other friends, meet up with other people, enjoy things again, because isn't that healing? And she experiences this with family and with friends, not just Miles. I love that there's a world outside of Miles, because there's almost this tendency when you have somebody like that that's helping you through this very difficult period, that you become codependent. And I like that she that he notes that she doesn't do that, that or rather he tries to make sure that she doesn't do that, that she goes back to other relationships. And also, I would have loved to see a bit more of the relationship between Miles and his sister Reese, because it was complicated, but after a while I felt like they disappeared. Reese and her daughter disappeared off the page. And yeah, I would have loved a bit more. I thought it was sweet, their reconciliation and all of that, but yeah, I'd have loved just a little bit more from them. But I think it was really well done, really. And what else? Read the writing. Okay, so the writing is the writing is really good. It's very modern, very conversational. It's written in the first person narrative point of view. It's written in the first person point of view, and it's a very simple modern writing. Not a lot happening. It's very pared down. nothing poetic like that. But there are two metaphors that she uses that she used that I was like, oh my goodness, Kara, wow. So she said, Dawn is clearing its throat outside, and she was trying to talk about it being morning, and I was like, that is such a good metaphor, comparing dawn to throat clearing. And when she said time dogpiles you for grief, because oh, tell me about it, you just feel like it's like a deluge. It doesn't stop. It just keeps on coming, and you blink and it's June. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, I love that metaphor. Those two metaphors, Kara, well done. I love it. And yeah, so I really, really enjoyed the writing. And yeah, time period. Yeah, there was a bit about TikTok. There was a point where she and Miles goes into a restaurant and she was saying the waiters were on TikTok. I was like, oh yeah, that's very modern. And there's a little bit about K-pop, and as a K-drama person myself, it's like that's a nice nod. I really enjoyed that. And yeah. So let's talk about enjoyment value. I think this would be like mid 5 over 10. Yeah, I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. Maybe 6 over 10. Yeah, because I really really enjoyed the story, but it was a slow story for me. But I also think it's because of the subject matter. So I don't want to say like it's bad or anything. I think you'll have a great time if you picked it up. I think it's a very good story, and so overall that would be a 4. It's a 4 stars. I loved it. It was great. It was a good story. I loved Miles. I loved Lenny, and excuse me, I think that their relationship worked very well and they are good for each other. So I have some little nitpicks. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I thought it was a bit too slow sometimes. I thought that the motivation for Miles was a little bit unclear. Like, how did he come? I get that they were falling in love, but I was like, dude, why are you all about her so soon? Okay, you just met her. Okay, you met her 5 days ago. Okay, please back up. Please back up. You know what they say about in romance movies and romance novels. Like, if this is not a love story, yeah, this could be a serial killer case. Because come and arrest this man. Okay, why are you onto me? I don't know you. Stay away from me, please. We need a restraining order. But yeah, no, Miles was good. I loved him. I loved him. Best part of the book. And yeah, it was a good book. 4 stars. Very lovely. And I had a good time. And yeah, I think you should read it. Great. And so that is that for Promise Me Sunshine. I've been speaking for almost 30 minutes, and so I'll definitely edit this vlog and put it up. And I started Say You Remember Me, because you remember that this is reading anticipated releases vlog. So yes, I will still read Abimenes, and I will still read Great Big Beautiful Life. But I think what we're gonna do is that we're gonna make it a series. So this will go up, and then I'll put up the Say You Remember Me vlog, and then I'll put up the Great Big Beautiful Life vlog. That's all we'll do. And then after that we'll go to Woodry Nights. Yay, I'm so excited. Although in the middle of this I'm also reading Mrs. Dalloway. So look, I'm all over the place, but yeah, all this reading. Ooh, wishy. But yeah, so that is what we're gonna be doing. And thank you so much for hanging out with me in this vlog. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, liking, all of that. And okay, I'm going to leave you. But first, if you made it to this point, please leave me a. I'm trying to think. What should it be? Leave me a. I'm looking around me because I don't know what emoji I want you to leave me. Okay, just in front of me is a bagel. Yeah, leave me something, food, a bread emoji, and yeah, I'll know you made it to this point. Leave me a bread emoji and yeah, something, food, bagel, whatever. emoji. And so I'll know that you made it down here. And thank you for hanging out with me. And I'm gonna leave you with this quote from Promise with Sunshine. Grief is a relationship. It's the way we figure out how to keep loving them, even though they are gone. And in order to do that, we have to keep on going. So today, I hope you keep on going, despite whatever you might be going through, despite how difficult things might be. I hope you keep on going. That's all I have for you. Bye.